guys, it's Erin, and today I'm bringing something a little bit different to the table. I am going to be starting a monthly tip and Q&A video for you guys that will consist of my college experience and things that I thought I wish I knew when I was applying to colleges or just college life in general, and beauty tips that I come up with. So guys, today is going to be a searching and applying to colleges video, kind of some tips and some questions to answer for you guys about colleges in general. So I'm going to start off with the searching for colleges. The first thing, guys, is really important is to start your junior year looking for colleges, or even before that. A lot of seniors who start searching their senior year end up regretting it a lot because it causes a lot more stress on them in terms of knowing what their deadlines are and application, things like that. It's really is better to start at the beginning of your junior year, or at least starting around now, January of your junior year. It's important to start then, and it's really overwhelming to look at schools because there's schools all across the world, and let alone just your own state or the U.S. in general. There are so many schools to go to, and when you're applying to colleges, it is very stressful looking at all of those schools. And so for college searching, one of the tips that was given to me was that I completely agree with is start locally. Start with those schools and narrow down when you go and visit those schools, guys. It really is important to visit the school and not just look at it online. So when you go and visit it, you'll get a sense of, do you want a small, do you want a big school, population-wise, rural, urban, etc. And you can start putting those into things called, there's like Supermatch, which is a large, it has like, it's a database of all the colleges that are in the US, and I think you can do, there are ones for outside the US too. And you plug in all your requirements that you want schools to have, whether it's a large school, urban, or rural, etc. And it finds schools that match. And that way it narrows down a little bit. There's still a lot of schools to choose from, but it narrows it down. And that's where you kind of start your search out. One thing is, if you know what you want to major in, whether it's, even if it's not the specific major, but if it's kind of like a genre like science or history, whatever, look at schools that have good reviews in those fields. And if you know a specific major you want to major in, don't even look at the schools that don't have majors you want to major in. It cuts out a lot of schools, especially if they're a very rare major. One of my majors that I wanted to do was in none of the schools I looked at, and luckily it's in my dream school, and I was really happy about that, so I'm going to be doing that major. I can actually tell you that I'll be double majoring in international studies and marketing, and I'm minoring in communications, just so y'all know. Cannot stress this enough. Do not look at schools just because your boyfriend or your best friend is going to that school. If you look at it and you actually love the school and you both love it, great, go ahead. Me and my best friend are actually not going to the same school. She applied ED to a different school, and we're 11 hours apart now when we go to school. And it's going to be hard for us, but we'll have Skype and things like that. And I wanted to go to the same school as her, but I was not focused on that because I knew that if I went to the same school as her, or if we both did it, one of us would be unhappy. So do not go because your boyfriend or because your best friend. If it's with your boyfriend, you'll sort things out. If you really love each other, you'll Skype and things like that. But do not pick a school because of that. When visiting a school, guys, make sure you're visiting when students are actually there and not during a break. It changes the feeling of the school completely. You can visit a school once and be there during a break and visit it again when the students are actually there, and go from loving it to hating it and vice versa. You really need to make sure you're visiting while students are there, because that's what you're actually going to be going into and not an empty school. Another thing is develop a relationship with your admissions rep. Guess I know what that is. It's someone from the school you're applying to that works with kids in your area in the application process. It makes it really easy to go for them for help, and if you want to get anything in, or the admissions rep can kind of put in a good review for you during the admissions process. They can't of course make your decision for you, but if you develop a good relationship with them and show that you're really passionate about the school, it can be a little boost in your application. One question I got was, what do you do if you have to visit a school? It's way too far away for you. What can you do instead of visiting the school in person? One thing you can do is talk to your admissions rep about getting in contact with the student that's there and maybe Skyping with them and asking them more personal questions about the school, and even getting kind of like a walking virtual tour of the school is probably the best way of doing that. It is very difficult if you cannot get to the school whether it's overseas, or if you absolutely do not have the time or the ability to get to that school before you actually go to the school. So that's probably the best way to do that. Just give them a lot of context, ask a lot more questions about the school and even in more detail, because there are things that may pop up in your head while you're touring that you can ask there if you're visiting, but not always beforehand. And to kind of finish up all the searching, guys, is to make sure you're applying to schools you know you're going to be happy in. Remember, you're going there for 4 years, and if you're going in engineering, you're going there for 5 years. Like, it's a long time, and you might even end up doing your graduate degree out there afterwards if you decide to do a graduate degree or if you decide to stay at that school for it. You're spending a lot of time in that school, you're living there, like, you need to learn to love it. So make sure the school you're going to is something you are going to be happy at. Something, guys, in between searching and applying is parents. So if you are the eldest child like I am, your parents are very pushy about deadlines. They'll be emailing you saying, you applied to this, have you done this, have you done this? They're very anxious about it, but it's in your they're doing it for your best interest. But make sure, whether you're the eldest or the youngest child, that you're making it clear what kind of colleges you're looking for and why you're looking at certain colleges. Remember, it is not your parents' choice what school you go to. Yes, they have some say because of financial reasons, but at the same time, they should not be in control of exactly what school you go to, because it is your school, guys. It is your college. It should be where you think you would fit best and where you would learn the best. The school I'm going to, the people who are going to the school I am, are wonderful people with a lot of passion in life, and that's something that I really want to work with. They all want to like do things for change, and I'm really excited to work with those people. My parents wanted to go either stay closer and whatnot. You need to fight somewhat for what college you want to go to, as long as you have good reasons to back it up, and not because it's a party school, I want to go there. No, things like it has my major, it has kind of people at it, it offers these opportunities. Do focus on the school because of academics too, and not just, it's a party school, I want to go there. Alright guys, on to the annoying thing of applying to colleges. Guys, I'm going to be blunt. It's not a fun process. It really is not a fun process, but it's something you have to get done, and when you get in, or whatever else it is, whether it's your top school or backup school, it's a great feeling. I still haven't really accepted I'm going to college yet. I'm still like, well, me and my friends, we won't ever like go past senior year. Like I just feel like time passes for everybody else but me. So I don't believe I'm going to college. I'm not gonna get married. I'm not gonna have any of these things. I'm just gonna stay 17/18 forever. Sound good? Alright, big thing is grades versus standardized testing versus extracurricular activities. Can't ever say that right. So grades and standardized testing, first part, they're both very important in anything. Some people are better at standardized testing than and remembering the important things than at the tests in school, which is like me, but I'm better, and then vice versa. And when it comes to standardized testing, some people are better than ACTs than SATs and ACTs. One quick note, when you are submitting your scores, if you have done significantly better at one than the other, don't send the other. Send the thing you did so much better at. Like for mine, I did way better at my ACTs than my SATs. I just sent them my ACT scores because the SATs did not represent my ability. ACTs did better with me than SATs did. But also keep in mind though, your grades do matter, and everything matters together, but it's important to keep everything kind of balanced. If your GPA is not as great, try and work extra hard at getting your SAT or ACTs up a little bit higher than needs be, so that you kind of like average things out a little bit, and again, vice versa. Extracurricular activities, guys, they are very important to colleges, no matter what you actually have been told. They are not overlooked. I know some girls who are really, really smart, and I mean really smart, but all they did was schoolwork, and they unfortunately got denied from quite a few of their schools they applied to because they didn't do anything other than schoolwork. Make sure you are doing things, and commitment is also very big for colleges. If they see you're committed to 1 or 2 sports, it looks better than being not committed to 5 different ones. Commitment is also a very, very big thing with schools. take full advantage of all curriculum in your school, even if you're pushing yourself a little bit higher. If your school offers AP, honors, CP1, CP2, IB, whatever other classes they are, take advantage of them. But take in mind though that the colleges will not look poorly on you if your school does not offer certain things. Like in my school, we're different than the schools around us. And schools around us, kids take like 8 AP classes. In our school, it is not possible to take more than four AP classes and still graduate on time. So that's something that schools will consider. They will look at your schedule for school, like at your ability to take classes compared to other schools. They're going to average everything out. It's same with your GPA scale, whether your school is a 4.0, 5.0, 6.0, 10.0, whatever else it is, they will scale it to match and they'll bring it to their scale. Huge thing. Check deadlines way before they're due. Make a huge list of the deadlines that are due, whether it's your application for whether you're doing ED, EA, regular decision, and so on and so forth for scholarships, whatever. I applied for a fellows program for my school, and I got an email from my school 2 days before the application was due, and I wasn't 100% aware of what was going on with it, but I could have applied to this anyways before I got the email. Schools don't necessarily focus on the deadline when they're emailing you. They'll email you the night before it's due, if needs be. But that's just how they work. So you can't rely on colleges to remind you of what to do. Follow your FAFSA form ASAP. It is for almost all scholarships you're applying to, and check with your school because there may be another form you need to fill out. I forgot what mine's called. There's something else you need to fill out too. Make sure you get that done. It's also very, very important for applying to almost any scholarships to get done. Some terms for you guys, kind of summing things up. If you guys are either sophomores, freshmen, or even juniors who don't really know 100% about the college experience, ED is early decision. If you apply to this school, it means that if you're saying that if you get accepted, you are going to that school. You can apply to more than one school, but you can't apply to more than one school ED. You can apply ED and EA, but if you get into that ED school, you have to go to it. There's no other option. You are binded to that school. If you're applying EA, you can apply to many schools as you want EA. It means you're in your early action. It shows you're more interested in the schools than you actually, regular decision is. And it means that if you get in, you still have the choice of choosing what school you want to go to, but it means that you have found out earlier on. And for me, EA, it means I've gotten to the school I'm going to. I am going to that school. I am done with college apps. I am done. Regular decision is usually around February, general area, but check your dates. Some schools are different than others. That's just regular pool decision. It's usually the largest pool of decision to go through of applicants. Usually for your backup schools, or if you can't apply to anything EA. Some schools don't even have EA or ED, they just have regular decision, and that's just how the schools roll. So it's all good. Guys, so that's it for right now. If you guys have any other questions involving colleges of any sort when it comes to searching or applying, do remember I haven't gone to college yet, but when I do, I will be again posting more college videos up. Please ask questions in the comment section below, whether it's more about the college stuff. I'll make another video probably after the skincare one, answering any other questions I have received about all the college search and college applying positions of everything. So please ask questions. You can tweet me them or post them on Instagram or comment down below. And also comment down below all the skincare questions you guys want to know, whether it's specifically about Effaclar Duo or it's about my skin type or anything else. I'll be covering a lot of stuff anyways in the next video. So be sure to check all that out. One more thing, guys. Actually, 2 more things. I lied. 2 more things. Remember, guys, I have my giveaway. It is 2 videos ago? 1 video? 2 videos ago. Be sure to check that out. It closes at most likely the end of January, maybe mid-February, because there are 3 of them, so I want to have a lot of people so we'll be able to enter. Check that out. It is Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Details will be in that video, so go check it out. There are some awesome prizes, guys. Second thing, guys. I cannot come up for a name for this series. For my life. I need your help. So if you guys want to comment down below a title suggestion for this series. Alright guys, so that is it for my first monthly video series, Q&A, tips and such, and all that other goody stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave me, plenty of comments down below hand. I've asked for a lot of things out of you guys. So yeah. Alright. Bye guys. Love yous.